Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I am Engineer Elmer Joaquin. And tonight, I want to share my experience on how I become the topnotcher of the hardest licensure examination in the Philippines. So it started. Okay, it started on our last semester as a fifth-year student. So we have a professional review 1 and 2. And then one of our teachers, a previous topnotcher also, and a lecturer in our review center, Smart Edge Review Center, chatted me in Messenger and told me that, Elmer, i-aim mo ka, kaya mo yun. I was in our OJT back then and then I felt happy because my efforts. Actually, I challenged myself to become a topnotcher kasi nakita ko, wala pa nag-atop sa AUP, maybe baka, wala pa nag-atop na ECE sa AUP. So I told myself that maybe, baka kayanin, baka kung kaya nila, ako nila. So I am happy that my efforts are acknowledged back then. And then Sir Denver Magtibay, this teacher, recommended us to attend this review center, which he's also working for as a lecturer. And then, to make the long story short, we came there and then there came the orientation. The owner of the review center said that there will be a diagnostic exam. It will be like pre-boards. However, it will be conducted in a shorter period of time. Like 100 items mathematics, 2 hours, 100 items electronics, 2 hours, applied sciences, 2 hours, and then communications engineering for 2 hours. However, the catch is the diagnostic examination date is the day after our graduation day. And then I told myself, maybe it's okay not to rest. I will try to take the diagnostic exam. And so I took the diagnostic exam. I am surrounded by big names, UST, UP, Lasal, FEU, TIPT, UP. And then there I am, with my shorts and slippers and t-shirt. So that is my favorite uniform. And then, after the diagnostic exam, everyone is busy and then no one is laughing. Because the exam is very hard and then I am so shocked. Hindi ko na-expect na magiging ganun kahirap. I thought I know that the works are going to be hard, but I didn't expect that it will be hard also in the review center. And then, as I walked out of the review center, I saw some people crying. And I think those people are from UST. They are ladies. Those people are crying just after the diagnostic exam. I think the anxiety is now creeping upon them that they will face very much hardship on their journey towards the board exam. And then there's the waiting period. Some of my friends moved to Manila so we can continue our review. And then the result of the diagnostic exam came, and then out of 700 people, I saw my name on the top 10. Then I told myself, Lord, sign pa po? Is this a sign na I can be one of the top notchers in the English board exam? But then, I didn't broadcast it out. Pinag ko lang sa akin, kasi it is my personal challenge na mag-top sa board exam. And then, in every evaluation exam, actually, every day, i-review na parang board exam na bukas. Hindi ako pumapayag na mawala ako doon kasi in our review center, there is a catch. In every evaluation exam, every result is posted in the bulletin board. However, only the top 20 names will their results be written with their names. Everyone else will be written with their ID numbers. So it will be a big boost in morale to be among those top 20 names. And then one day, the owner of the review center said that, okay, those who are on the top 20s, we will have a special session for all of you. Our class is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So the session will be conducted every Thursday. So it is a top secret session because they don't like the other review centers to know that we have special session like that. And they don't want them to know our names. Kasi ini-scout. Nagkakagawa ng top notcher sa board exam. And so, in our special session, I am also with my friends there, with their three of us. We are competing with each other. It's like we're guinea pigs to who will become the next top-notcher. So, we're given advanced exams, and then we are ranked on the spot. So, malalaman mo kung sino na naman nakulelat, kung sino nagtatap. And madalas, kung sino nasa top place, nasa kanila yung highest grades. Kasi ito yung pamantayan. Ito na yung standard. This time, highest ako. On the next time, highest yung ibang school. But the catch is, we are out of place. Because the big universities, UST, FEU, those quizzers see each other on national quiz bees, regional quiz bees, tagisa ng talino, broadcast ng talino, and all we have here in the UP is week of player. So I can share anything. We can share anything. But then, so the routine came. We go to class every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Thursdays we have our session on Tuesdays and Sundays, and review for 8 to 10 hours. I wake up at 6, I started reviewing at 8, then I get out of my bed by 6 o'clock in the evening. So that is my routine. Because my motto is, if I will compensate with hardship the experience that they have. I think it would be better in Tagalog. Mas matalino sila sa akin. That's why, babawin ko sa sipag. I acknowledge their talents. I have a competitor in Lasal. He got the top-notcher. But in our review center, we're competing for the top spot. So I acknowledge his talent. He's graduate, master's degree siya sa Lasal. But again, lagi ko sinasabi sa sarili ko, yung advantage nila, yung talino, their advantage, their experience in the quiz bees, iko-compensate ko ng sila. Okay, alas, then there came the playboards. Our review center, Smart Edge, has an opposing review center, Excel. I think those executives know what Excel is. Excel holds 95% of the total examinees every board exam. So, malawakan yun. And then, when you take that exam, you will know your standing on the whole Philippines. Nagpaalam, I asked permission to the owner of the review center because they invested in me. I am a scholar in their review center. And I asked them to give me permission to take the exam, and then they granted that permission. And they're expecting me to take the top spot on Excel, to take the top spot in the Philippines. And so is Sir Denver. I think my teachers are also expecting me to take the top spot. However, in my surprise, I only got the 11th place. And then my competitor got the first one. So I felt discouraged. And then I asked my Lord, and I said to Him that, Lord, bakit ganon? Hanggang dito na lang ba talaga ako? Like, ang taas na ng standard na sinet ko, I think my friends are expecting, my teachers are expecting, my classmates at the review center are expecting, my parents are expecting, pero nag-fall short ako, hanggang dito na lang ba? Paasa lang ba? But then, my father snapped the truth out of me. And he said, the Lord, with or without lies, praise the Lord. And he also expressed in Tagalog, maigsi or mahaba ang kumot, pupurihin natin ang Panginoon. So, all we are doing is ask God for favor, we ask God for wisdom, ask God for food, but then who are we to complain of the result, hindi ba? On that exam, I asked God for wisdom, and then I got the 11th place. Then who am I to complain? Nanghingi lang naman ako ng talino eh. Wala naman akong talino sa akin. And so I continued my routine. I continued by my study habit. And then there came the last month before board exam. Because we took the board exam in April, so that's March. And then March is the hardest month in my life so far. Because that's where the anxiety and the people getting their breakdowns happen. So some people went back to their homes. Some people, to be honest, kapag wala yung mga kasama ko, umiiyak ako. Kasi nakakapagod naman kayo pag-compete. Those people are very good. They're champions of whatever competition they say. Champions of this, champions in that. Tapos ako wala akong good experience. And I haven't built that stamina yet to compete for almost 6 months, a year. masyado silang mahusay para sa akin. But then I said, Lord, because of that, ladies and gentlemen, I developed these 3 players which I always mention every day, every morning and every night. My first player is, Lord, please hold my heart because my heart fears easily. Daling matakot yung puso natin. Tatakot tayo sa mga malalakas na invitation, sa mas matalino, sa mas magandang pamumuhay. And so that is my first player. And then the second one is, I ask for wisdom. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, every exam, I ask for wisdom. And I thought of the wisest person I know, and I thought of Solomon. And then I said, Lord, please give me the wisdom that you have bestowed to Solomon. And then after that evaluation exam, I saw my name on the top. Then I got greedier. I said, Lord, how about 10 times the wisdom of Solomon? Again, I got the top. And then I got the greediest by that time. Lord, give me the 100 times of the wisdom of Solomon. But then by that time, I am not the top. And so I contemplated, and then I came to realize that Solomon's story is different from mine. Yeah, we are born to make our own story. I have this testimony, I know my friends has their own testimony. And so, I asked the Lord that, Lord, please give me the wisdom that I needed so that I can complete the story that you're writing for me. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the board exam came, and then those Ethiopians who are on the same side with me, we gathered around, and then we prayed. And then, I think I am not the player leader by that time. And so, I whispered my own player, Lord, hawakan mo yung puso namin kasi madali kaming natatakot. Alam ng Panginoon na binigyan na namin lahat. Alam ng Panginoon kung ilang luha yung pumatak para lang pumasa ng board exam. At alam ng Panginoon na gusto namin lahat na maging matalino para may pasa yung board exam na yun. And so, the board exam commenced. In our room, by the way, I am inside the room with my competitor and the topnotcher, the top one. So we are competing. And then, at my seat, I tremble. Nagsishake na yung kamay ko. Like, hindi ko na mapindot yung calculator. Ang tigas naman lahat ng mapindot ko. And then, once again, I prayed. I whispered my prayer, Lord, please hold my heart. I fear. And then, please give me the wisdom that I needed to complete this story. And so, I came to remember my favorite song, This Is My Father's World. So, I always sing that whenever I fear, whenever I lose hope, whenever kala ko mawawala na ako ng Latin honor, kinakanta ko yun. Every time na hindi ako napagsimba, may family problem, hindi lagi yung kinakanta. And so I sing, I hum. And then one of the supervisors came to me and said, Sir, hindi ka ba kinakabahan? I said, Ma'am, kinakabahan po ako, that's why I sing. And then, I jokingly said, and then as she handed me my test paper, my mathematics test paper, I jokingly said, she asked me, Elmer Joaquin, hindi po ba? I said, yes ma'am. And then she handed me my test paper. And then I said, Ma'am, abangan niyo po yung pangalan mo sa topnotcher. Lakas sa loob. And then she smiled and said, sure, sir, hanapin yung pangalan. And then, I checked the test paper, checked my set, if all the test papers have the same set. We check the test paper, if all of the test paper have the same numbers, same number of test paper. And then, once again, I prayed. Because a board exam, just like what our lecturer said, it is not anymore a battle of intellect. Because naturo na lahat eh. Hence, it is a battle of character and faith. Kasi some people wiser than me, wiser than us, yung iba na hinirapan sa board exam. Maraming national quizzers sa review center namin na hindi nagtap sa board exam. So, it is not a measure of intelligence. Na kapag pumasa ka, mas matalino ka sa mga hindi pumasa, or kapag nag-top ka, mas matalino ka sa mga lahat. It's a matter of character and faith. And so, I checked this paper and okay naman lahat. And once again, I whispered my prayer. And then, I noticed that there's a little space at after the last number of my test paper. And then there, palakas na naman ang loob, I took my pen and then write this phrase, thank you Lord for letting me top the board exam. First subject pa lang namin. Di ko pa alam, palakasan na loob. Kasi gusto ka na mag-take ng board exam eh. I want to make it count. I wrote, "Thank you, Lord, for letting me come this board exam." And then, I took the hardest mathematics exam that I ever taken in my undergrad. So, first number pala, Maclaurin series ng cosine plus hyperbolic cosine. And we are not acquainted in our review center how to take the derivation of hyperbolic functions. So, on the spot, nagdiderive ako ng board exam, pinagpapawisan ako. Kasi, sabi ko, "Lord, I prayed to top the board exam, but ang dami kong hindi masagutan." And so, ladies and gentlemen, we finished the mathematics board exam. Then in the afternoon, the electronics engineering. The next day, the general engineering and applied sciences. And in the afternoon, the communications engineering. Same family, same fear, same fit, same player, same song. Natapos yung board exam. Then after the event, we gathered as a group, and then we asked kung ano sagot mo dito. Ano sagot mo dyan? And then in our surprise, we are contradicting each other. Nag-aaway-aaway na kami. Kasi kakaiba kami lang ng sagot. And then, pag uwi ko sa bahay, I prayed and I thank the Lord. Kasi natapos na. Yung mahalaga natapos na. But the thing is, now that the board exam is over, the waiting game is now open. The longest 1 week of our lives so far. And then, on that 1 week, all I can remember is the questions in which I got wrong. Siyempre, sa review center na-discuss. Nag-discuss mo yung mga national champion, mga Lasal, nag-discuss mo yung mga taga-TIP. And then, nakinig ako sa kanila, wala akong may contribute. Kasi most of pinag-uusapan nila, pinagkakaban ko yung sagot ko, pero dumarating na, mali pala ako. And so, sinabi ko na okay lang po Panginoon, I did my best. Baka hindi talaga para sa akin yung pagiging topnotcher. I messaged the owner of the review centers, Ma'am, sir, thank you for believing and investing in me. I know that I did my best, however, I think I fall short on your expectations. And they said that, it's okay, Elmer, I know you did well. However, let us wait and see how the Lord works. They kept their faith in me. And then, there came the day of the arrival of the result. I told my mother, "Ma, the board exam result will come out at 4 o'clock. And then, by 8 o'clock in the morning, my mother messaged me, "Kuya, 4 o'clock pa lang gising na ako, minirefresh ko yung PRC website, wala pa namang lumalabas." My mother is so excited. And, "Ma, mamaya hapon pa." When I said 4 o'clock, it's in the afternoon. But the thing is, the result came out at 5:30. And we are in the car, 6 of us. And here's what happened. Sumunod yung isang kasama, "May results na!" So, anong nangyari? Itinabi mo na yung sakit. Ako, maibangga ng driver eh. Magbabahalak pa kami. Itinabi mo na yung car. And then, I have no data. But the thing is, when the results came, one already shouted, and "Yes, pumasa ko, Lord, thank you." And then some other guys said, "Thank you, Lord." And then they started talking to their mothers. Some called them. But the thing is, hindi ko pa nakikita yung result. Wala akong mapagkuhanan, wala akong mapagtanawan because they're busy on their celebration. However, among those 6, some didn't make it. So nakatingin sila sa malayo, and whispering, hindi ko nakita yung pangalan ko sa listahan. So nalungkot ako agad. And then when I opened the messenger, Sir Denver Matibay, and then some of the alumni messaged me, "Nax Elmer, lakas, top 5. That's where I got doon ako nawala ka sa loob na magtanong na sa'yo sa akong kasama, "Pwede patingin ng result?" And then I saw my name, top 5. However, on that event, I didn't know what to feel because it's bittersweet. My friends who already did their best didn't make the cut. But however, I want to be happy because it is the hardest board exam in the Philippines, and I topped the board exam. So ladies and gentlemen, what I want to impart, especially to our graduating students and to our future top-notchers, that success has a formula. First of all, you must make your passion your profession. Diba? We have our talents. I remember my father asking me when I was 3 years old. I was in kinder. My father asked me, anong pangarap mo sa buhay? And all I do by that time is watch cartoons. And then I said, Pa, I want to be a scientist because I like making robots. Little did I know that I will end up as an electronics engineer. So I think God moved me to be something like this. By the way guys, I am a medtech student when I was at first year. So just imagine if I continue to push through that, join the bandwagon, baka hindi pa dumating na yung year yung ECE topnotcher. So we must make our passion our profession. The second is, just like what my father said, whatever hand findeth, do it or mind. Do not be a mediocre of our own standards. Diba? We have our own limit. We have our own capacity. Me, alam ko hindi ako ganun kahusay. That's why, 8 to 10 hours ako nag-aaral. So yung iba is mas matalino. But then again, do not be a mediocre of our own standards. And syempre, lastly, God is the source of all wisdom. To tell you frankly, we have classmates who message me. They're from Manila University. Classmates namin sila, and they're also be reviewing for a year. And they message me, Kuya, congratulations, nag-top ka. Pwede ba kami humingi ng suggestion? Kung, I think they also want to top the exam. Na-inspire siguro sila. Ako pa yung nag-top sa university, sa ECE, sa university natin. And then, I also told them the same thing. Every day as if board exam rules. Do not be a mediocre for standards. And then, lastly, God is the source of all wisdom. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I am Engineer Elmer Joaquin, the first ECE topnotcher of Adventist University of the Philippines. Congratulations.
So guys, okay pa ba tayo?